pussy!
I'm about to do a coaching call with new people who have joined Self-Mastery, my 10-week coaching program that's all about learning how to love yourself, learning about how to lose weight in a healthy, sustainable, and effective way. So I'm about to do this. There's some new members that joined, and I'm going to take them through an introductory call, get them prepared. So I'm going to give you a little sneak peek about what actually happens in the introductory call.
Then I start to want to, you know, open up a pint of ice cream or stuff myself with water.
Otherwise, we can relate to that when they feel stressed, they want to like go and eat. Yeah, that was me. I totally relate. But to give you an idea, guys, for how Meredith feels when she goes against this, if she goes against this range of eating 900 calories, or if she gets stressed out and then she turns to food, if she overeats, if she binges, if she doesn't do any of this or she goes against it, this is how it feels in her body. Constantly living in pain.
That's correct.
Yeah. Self-mastery is changing all of this, because if I help you lose weight and you have these same rules, you are going to live in a world of pain. Now the question becomes, okay, cool, I become aware of this, but I know in my mind that I still must do this, because it's the first step to change is awareness. But then afterwards, the very best way to change your rules is by creating new ones. Consciously creating these new rules, because as we are born, how many of you guys have ever sat down and go, okay, this is the way that I must live in order for me to feel happy. I need to do this, I need to do this. No one does that. It's from our parents. 3 ways of conditioning. Write this down. The first way is through visual programming. These are how your rules are created. Visual programming is what you see growing up, or just what you see day to day. So maybe you saw your parents eating a certain way, or maybe you saw some YouTube video, or maybe you saw someone else losing weight and you saw what they did. And then you started to create in your subconscious, okay, in order for me to get here, this is what I must do. So visual programming. The second one is verbal programming. Verbal programming is all about what you see, or all about what you hear. So that could be someone, same YouTube video, or same person saying, okay, in order for you to lose weight, this is how many calories that you must have. Or in order for you to feel happy, it's really good to get this body. Or in order for you to you get the idea, right? So that's verbal programming. The last one is experiences. So a big one that happens for a lot of people is a breakup. Someone goes through a breakup, or someone gets cheated on, or you get bullied like I did, right? Something that happens through an experience that is so painful that you create a new way of doing something. Because when you're in this pain, if you just stay where you are, you're going to live in misery. So you go, okay, I need to do something else to get myself out of this. And then you start to create rules. Okay, I'm going to show that dude. I'm going to get the best body. I'm going to restrict myself with all these calories. And I'm going to show that person. Or you get bullied like I did. I'm going to prove those bullies wrong, right? And I lost weight in an unhealthy way. I didn't do it correctly. What I mean by correctly, in a sustainable way. So those are the 3 ways: verbal programming, visual programming, or through experiences. And how you change them is 1, becoming aware of what they are, and then 2, using those 3 conditioning methods to transform what is actually happening in the mind. So with visual programming, that could be through visualization. Because right now, your mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. And if you're constantly visualizing, like with priming, like Alison done this morning, and in the morning ritual video, that is allowing you to visualize what your intentions are. So in those intentions videos, I gave some of my examples. You're visualizing yourself focusing on nourishment. You're visualizing yourself not counting every single calorie, but just focus on getting getting colors on your plate that is full of vegetables or just full of amazing food. And eating that and just seeing yourself feeling amazed, seeing yourself feeling amazed and nourished, right? That could be one method. The second one, by the way, actually let me do an exercise so then that way you kind of get it in your body. Everyone close your eyes for a second. Close your eyes, and here's what I want you to do. I want you to imagine for a second. And if you're not really good at visualization, just try. Try your best. Imagine that you get this big, juicy, yellow lemon. And you have it in front of you, and you're in your kitchen. And you get this sharp knife, and you cut that lemon in half. And you look at one half of the lemon, and you see how juicy it actually is. You see the texture of it, the color of it. You pick it up, in whatever hand you use, most dominantly, and you put it above your head. And you open your mouth, and you squeeze all that juice into your mouth. Okay, open your eyes for a second. I don't know if this actually worked, it was just, but how many of you guys started to get this feeling in your mouth, like a mouth watered a little bit? I'm curious. Yeah, cool. So, what happened then? Was there a lemon in your hand? No. You were just using your mind. Your mind can't tell the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. By the way, if you're constantly imagining failure, stress is going to happen in the body. Right now you're constantly safe, but if you're constantly imagining events that may happen in the future that is stressful, you're going to constantly live in stress, even though it's not there. But your mind can't tell the difference. So that's visual programming. Verbal programming is incantations. How many of you have heard me talk about incantations before? I'm curious. Cherie has. Now, we're actually going to do this now. So I'm giving a lot of week 4 and week 5 content to you already. I guess I'm just going to have to come up with some new ones. But how many of you ever had a song, you listened to it, and then it was stuck in your mind for a very long time? Yeah? Now, what if you were to create a song that was based on self-love, that was based on loving yourself, that was based on creating new rules for yourself, and if you were to sing that out loud, as weird as it sounds, if you were to sing that out loud, now you are putting that into your subconscious mind and you're reconditioning what is actually happening up here. Just like you have a song that you may sing and it gets stuck in your mind, you can get positive songs that stuck in your head, either through creating an actual song or creating an affirmation. For those of you who don't know what affirmations are, it's just a statement that you say out loud, saying like something like, I am, and it could be beautiful, or I focus on nourishing my body. But the key is to say it with emotion, because information that gets linked to emotion becomes remembered. I want you to write that down. Information that gets linked to emotion becomes remembered. That's why I focus on energy. That's why I focus on engagement, because otherwise, a lot of you guys aren't going to remember what I said. Because some of you guys have been in school, if you remember back in school, information went through one ear and then straight out the other. And the reason is because they were teaching you, but you weren't involved. There was no emotion getting attached to it. But sometimes someone could say something to you that evokes so much emotion within your body, and it could be harmful, or it could be I love you, or it could be a really good compliment, right? Or it could be the total opposite. And that one phrase stays with you for a lifetime. How many of you can relate to that? Someone said something either positive or negative, and that's stuck with you. Why is that? It's the same information, content, words, but there was emotion in your body, and that stores in the subconscious mind on a deeper level. With incantations or affirmations, if you just say out loud, I love my body, I love my body, I love my body, like that shit is not going to store up here. So I like to use a whiteboard because I'm very visual, like that's how I like to work, and it just helps me process thoughts. So the very first thing, right, you said that you want a good laugh. So if this is the target here, right, let's say this is the target. That is a good laugh. The very first thing, like you want to know the vehicle to get here. And that's kind of like, right now, let's say that you're in a car, and you have a destination of where you want to drive to. Yeah. And you may be putting things in action. You may be going, okay, I'm going to do this action, I'm going to do this action. And that's kind of like getting in your car, having an idea of where you want to drive to, and then putting your foot on the accelerator. But having an inner conflict, such as a limiting belief, such as emotions or patterns or a lack of discipline, that's kind of like having one foot on the accelerator and then one foot on the brake at the same time. Like it's not going to work out. In balance. But the first thing that you need to understand, man, is what does a good laugh look and feel like to you? And what I would invite you to do is, instead of thinking about a good laugh, what I really want to know is, what does an exciting laugh mostly feel like to you?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. It is this mind-body split. The mind thinks that you have to do this thing, but the body isn't agreeing with that thing. All the subconscious mind. And when that happens, a lot of stress can happen because you're like, ah, shit, I've got to do this thing. but something within you isn't allowing you to do it, right? And that could be one, your body is so intelligent. That could be your intuitive, it could be your intuition saying for you to not go down that path because you're like, oh, I really need to do this action as all the head, but the body is saying don't do that, and you're trying to get yourself to do it, but your body isn't agreeing with you. That's the first thing. That's one of the reasons why you could be having a lack of discipline. The second reason is because you may not be identifying the purpose behind the action. For those of you who don't know, I'm going to be moving overseas for a while in next week. So I'm catching up with some friends every single day until I leave. So I'm about to go out for dinner and we're going to go watch Thor, and we are going to probably have Thai for dinner. So I'm not going to be vlogging this, but I really hope that you guys enjoy this short little video. I'm not short, it's about 10 minutes, but yeah, I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. I want to up my game of vlogging because it's very easy for me to just hit record, speak, and then stop, and then don't do any editing. But I really want to start to vlog more, especially when I'm overseas. I want to ensure that I am doing that. For those of you who want to learn a little bit more about self-mastery, I'll leave a link down below. Click on it. Find out, see if it's a good fit for you. If it is, apply for the program, and you and I will be able to hop on a short call together, and we'll be able to see if it's a good fit. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed this. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought, or any feedback about how I can improve my vlogs, or other people who you watch who I can kind of look at and get an idea about how to do it for myself. But I love every single one of you, so leave a comment down below. And until I see you guys in the very next video, remember to love all.